Welcome to Games Gone By. We
Hell
don't know what
yeah.
episode this is because I'm incompetent and I still have not recorded a proper intro in a lot of these episodes where I introduce ourselves. So here we
Yep.
are. If you're listening to this episode, there's only a couple episodes, I hope, actually. I think I saw like 2 episodes. So if you made it this far with our same intro the whole time, congratulations. I'm Adrian.
I'm
David's down
Gore.
there. Gore's over
Hell
there.
yeah.
You're going to listen to us
Oh,
talk about some sort of video game. It's probably going to be either Silent Hill 2 or Enslaved Odyssey to the West. One of those games. So if
one
you
of
listen
those
to this
games.
intro. If it's another one of those intros, I'm extremely incompetent. So let's hope that's not
Whoops.
it. This is our book club where we talk about video games that we selected on our Blue Rupees podcast, or now on this actually, on our standalone Games Gone By episodes. If you're watching this now too, we're also doing our catch up episodes. We're a couple episodes behind now, but it's okay. BRP at bluerupees.com to give your intro, your opinion on any of
Your
these
intro.
games. Your intro, yeah.
Give us
Give
your
us your
intros.
own intro.
Give us your intros. We'll toss them.
Tell us what you thought about, I don't know, fucking Barkley. Did you
Hey,
did you
tell
like
us
it?
what you thought. Tell us what you thought of the last election. We really want to know.
Yeah, do that.
Send your email
You know-
about the last selection to
You know what?
brp at bluerupees.com.
Yeah, BRP at Blue Rupees. You know what? That's timeless too, because I didn't say what election. So they could be watching this 5 years from now and be like, "Yeah, man, when Dwayne Johnson became president, I was like, fuck, that's bullshit." It should
Hey.
be Steve Austin.
Email us whatever you want. How's your day going?
Yeah,
Is it
how's
going
your day
good?
going? Is it great?
How's the pandemic
Uh,
treating you? How's your
The
dog?
flowers
Do you have a
smell
dog?
good. Did you go outside? Do you have a dog? Did you see your dog today?
Do you avoid your dog? I don't want to fucking talk to that motherfucker.
Yeah, I hate that fucker. He keeps calling me names. Dick.
Anyway, here's Games Gone By.
Go to hell.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, welcome to Games Gone By.
Yeah, all right.
I'm
So,
Adrian. Or
That's
David.
him.
We're segueing in from Blue Rupees. Shout outs if you're watching from there. If you're not, who cares? What's up?
Hell
This is
yeah.
our Enslaved Odyssey to the West episode. Coming up, we have December 24th for Grim Fandango. That's David's pick. January 29th is No Man's Sky with my pick. In a second, Gore's going to announce his new pick. Once again, these will eventually be audio podcasts. Stay tuned for that. That's going to come down the line. I've just been busy, and the few breaks that I've been having, I'm just not wanting to do anything. I'm just chilling.
All right, this is the question I was going to ask then.
What's up?
If we had the audio only yet.
No, well, I'm still working on it, but they'll happen. It's just a matter of probably around winter break. I'll start working on that properly, just because a few breaks I have, I'm like, fuck it. I'm vegging out and sitting in front of my TV, not doing anything.
Reasonable.
But yeah, so this is our Enslaved Odyssey of the West. Gore's pick. BRP at bluerupees.com if you want to submit your thoughts. I think, David, you want to open that up? We might have something, I think. I'm not sure.
Nothing. I see.
Okay, I know Nick was gonna say something, but I think he was trying to finish the game in time. But
Right.
whatever. Gore,
Yes.
you have a pick for February. Let me get
Yes,
the exact date before you have it. Let me see.
Okay.
This is shit, I just had it. February 26th will be this date.
Right.
And David, do you have anything else on top of that, or are you good?
Because the game amount does fluctuate, I will announce it a little bit ahead of time, just to make sure that you guys
As
do
in
have
now,
time.
or are you gonna wait?
Yeah, well, he says it's fluctuate. I'm assuming it means you could beat it in 20 hours or 50 hours.
It
that's
technically
enough.
could be done in like 20-ish hours, but it does have like a main game plus extra of like 60-ish.
Okay. So we'll cut it in between then, I guess, right? We'll average it out, I assume.
Yeah, because it's one of those things that honestly, the main game is very quick. The main game plus extras to get all the gear in the game, really.
Okay.
So do you want to announce that now, or do you want to wait for next month or something?
You want something?
I'll announce it after Gore.
Okay. All right, Gore.
All right.
February 26th is your pick. What's it gonna be?
All right. Well, see, I'm dropping quality.
Deuces.
That's what I do. I'm dropping deuces. Everybody's picking stupid fucking whatevers, and I'm here dropping real classics. Some of them are cult classics. Some of them are classics. And I decided to go ahead and pick one of my favorite games this time. And it's time, my guys, because next year is the year for this series, because it will rise again. It's time to play
Knack.
Beyond Good and Evil,
Oh.
baby.
Oh yeah.
Goddamn right.
keep
No,
thinking that.
no. As Bane says, Knack comes later. That's what he says. He said that in
Should
Dark
have
Knight
met
Rises.
before talking about a plane.
Oh, and then he goes, "Ice is nice." That's a quote from
Beyond
Knack.
Good and Evil.
Beyond Good and Evil. Now you don't need to play it on GameCube. Obviously, I just have the GameCube
I
copy.
got it on
Play it
GameCube.
wherever.
We'll
You can
play
play
it on
the
GameCube,
HD
fuck
one.
it.
No, you should play the HD one. It looks
Yeah.
pretty nice. So there you go, and
Mm.
that's cheaper too.
Right.
Beyond Good and Evil is your February 26th Games Gone By pick. David, March 20.
And it's short,
I think it's sorry. March
15 hours. Too,
February
so.
25th. So then March 25th. Big Dave.
Save our Mother Earth from any alien attack. I went a horror
You all
route
right?
with all my picks.
You okay, man?
Yes. That is a jingle you guys should get used to. For my pick for the my next game's gone by, we are doing Earth Defense 5 on PlayStation 4.
Oh no. All right, that's fine. I'll
The
do
most flat.
that. He only picked it because he played it before. He doesn't even play it again.
No, I want to play it with you guys. It's up to 4-player co-op.
It was just $10 the other day too.
I
I think it's actually free.
No, here's the thing. I love the EDF series, and I went with a horror theme for all my picks for games gone by for this year. And this is
He was that pissed. He's not gonna get. He's not gonna get October for at least another 2 years. He's like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna make a whole year.
I'm gonna make up for the last 5 fucking times I won't get it, or the next 5 times I won't get it.
So I went with the KPB horror, and we were talking about how No Man's Sky is like the first chance we'll get to like have a multiplayer game on Games Go By. I'm like, fuck that, I want one I enjoy. Let's do EDF. So yeah, EDF 5.
Oh, I think said 4,
No, EDF 5.
but EDF 5 $60,
I can get it digitally for cheaper.
and that's what I'm looking at. Earth Defense Force 5 is $59.99.
It's like $40 physical on Amazon right now, or something like that.
It's for $40. Yes.
Got till March. Hopefully, is it new?
It came out in December last year.
Oh, so I was gonna say that price.
Oh wow. Fuck.
All right.
Well, the physical just came out. It never had a physical version.
We can only play the digital then. That's the rules. Sorry.
EDF 5.
I think
Mother Earth.
it's an EDF 4. EDF 4 was just $10 the other day. All right, fine. I guess we're doing EDF.
I guess
Better game.
it's funny because we just had the
mean,
first reaction. I'm like,
I
all
mean,
right,
that's
whatever, I
that's
guess.
way fucking better than Shin Megami Tensei. So
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of EDF. All right. So
he's not a big fan of No Man's Sky, but yeah,
yeah, but at least one gets critical acclaim now.
EDF. I'm pretty sure it did. I bet EDF has the same
Two new
Metacritic score.
games.
Hey, let's see
Let's see
if I bet.
EDF 5 raked up
has
with
the-
bad No Man's Sky.
Oh no, good No Man's Sky is what gets reviewed nowadays. Let's see, what is it? 5? Let's see. That's 4. What the fuck? Hate this fucking.
You're gonna have to
piece
be
of
on
shit.
sale watch for that because I'm not gonna keep track of when that's on sale. Yeah, I have no money
Don't-
for that right now.
As a 76, Adrian, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I guess
You better grease those thumbsticks up because you can be playing the shit out of that.
I'll play a little bit.
What?
I want to
Can't
pull a
do that.
reverse. I want to pull a reverse David on that one probably. I'm not feeling
No,
that one.
David's gonna play it.
We'll see. All right.
Why are you
means-
destroying David's feelings? Look at him.
It's just David has.
I'll play it.
It's the first game we can all play co-op together. It's like, nah, fuck that.
No Man's Sky we could play, but no.
I'm down to play
dude.
co-op. I've said I am keeping that installed so we can all play co-op.
No, you hate it.
It's that for months now.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only thing about that though is that you're like, oh, the way what was the way you described it, Corey? He was like, yeah, can we just play our race? Like, we play an hour. I can uninstall it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want that gone from my hard drive on my Xbox.
Yeah, well,
Why? What are you playing on your Xbox that you need to install it and like play it right now?
Anything else?
Wow, what an asshole.
At least you can get No Man's Sky for like fucking $10. I don't know, spend 40
Or
fucking
no,
dollars.
because
for it.
Game Pass, but
Oh yeah, I gotta spend money on fucking Earth Defense Force. All right.
They're
No
fucking
man, your
games.
games gone by schedule is now December 24th, Grim Fandango. January 29th, No Man's Sky. February 25th is Beyond Good and Evil. March 25th is Earth Defense Force 5, and I'm gonna pick a good ass Telltale style game for April 29th now. So get ready for that one.
Yeah, you got it, because fucking you already wasted like 70 hours on your first fucking pick. So,
I'm gonna pick one of those nice little decision makers for David now. So we'll see how that goes.
oh, does he not like? You don't like those, David?
Oh.
No.
Why don't? Well, they are quick though. Hey, if he
quick.
picks Wolf Among Us,
that.
that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, or
I have a
until
feeling.
hey,
I have a feeling Wolf Among Us will be at the Game Awards.
and we can
so.
play Until Dawn keeps with your horror theme too. So it'll be just like exactly stuff you want. There you go.
You know what? If I
Oh,
learn
give me a chance to finally finish that game.
if I learn that the Wolf Among Us 2 is supposed to be shadow dropped during the Game Awards, but because Cyberpunk is coming out the same day, and they decide not to, I'm gonna be pissed. That's a future I'm thinking of that might happen, and I don't like it.
Future I'm thinking of is I'm picking Dear Esther for April 29th.
It's like a fucking 25-minute game. Please
Yeah,
do
but
that.
David's gonna fucking be pissed. So that's the only
Please
thing I
do
want.
that. You can put it on a podcast and play in like half an hour.
Oh yeah, well we have podcasts longer than that game.
Yeah, he won't even
No.
listen to it. But like, yeah, you
Sure.
walked and you listened to some fucking dumb narration or whatever. I wouldn't mind playing that actually.
I feel like the new curse for David for me is he's gonna pick some game in spring. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, David. I'm okay with Earth Defense.
I never liked Earth Defense Force.
I haven't played
Why?
one since the
I just
first
don't.
one.
I just never
Fixed
liked
it.
it. I tried playing 27/7, didn't really like it.
Yeah, that's the one.
I tried playing.
Yeah,
20
that was
Yeah.
not the greatest. I mean, granted, that one eventually became 4.1, but 5 is really good. 5 is phenomenal. Best one in the series
We'll
easily.
see. I'll keep a better open mind than you and fucking No Man's Sky, but not feeling it.
I don't know.
Anyway, whatever. Let's go. Let's get on with Enslaved Odyssey of the West, though. This is Gore's pick. This is usually his Christmas
Well, I
game.
haven't played it at Christmas around Christmas in a long
And
time.
Gore became a non-fan and stopped playing it, but he's coming back
I
to it.
have a fucking statue in the background of Monkey. How many people you know have that?
We looked at Rule 30. What was it? Rule 34
Yeah.
of Enslaved Porn the other podcast a while back.
Yeah, the other podcast a while back. Wait, whatever one.
Yeah,
You need to
which
bring
one of
back the second episode of Rule 34, you know?
that. Oh, you know what? It's almost a year anniversary of that too, because remember we announced like our top 10 games or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
that
should
was our
do
most
that
viewed
once
episode.
a year.
It was looking
Yeah,
up everything
let's
Gore
look
likes.
let's look up some more Rule 34 right now. Let's go.
Everything Gore likes is Rule 34.
Let's not even talk about the fucking game. Let's just watch porn. Fuck it.
with the bros.
Porn with the bros. Yo, I'm with my boys.
The circle jerk, you know?
All right.
Watching Trip Gang fucking railed by
Devil's Triangle podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, that makes me really happy. Monkey and Pigsy railing fucking Trip. That makes me every time I play the game for now, I'll be like, oh boy, I watched them fuck.
No, just monkey railing Pigsy. Let's go.
That's probably what actually is. I bet that's what it
All right.
is.
Well, obviously you love the game, but let's talk a little more about that. What'd you pick it for and why?
Well, we need a shorter game for November because next gen. Originally, I was picking Fable 2, which I'm sure David would have been happy with, considering he's playing it anyway.
No, my girlfriend's playing it right now.
Same person. But there's no. Wait, why'd you point at the door like she's there? Is she playing it right now? Like really,
No,
literally right now?
Now knitting, but
No. She's knitting. What's she knitting?
She's knitting
Knitting
you a
a scarf.
scarf.
Me?
Yeah.
Wait, she doesn't know me. I don't need a scarf.
It just says Gordon the movie guy on it.
I need a Gordon the movie guy. That's me. All right. Well, I picked it because I love the game. Obviously, I bought statue. It has to mean something. But I love the game. I loved it when it first came out. It was a huge surprise because I like Ninja Theory's previous game, Heavenly Star, but I didn't love it. It was one of those things where it's just like the PS3 controls are really annoying. I hated the 6-axis just like everybody else, and you were forced to use it. And I never finished it. So, but I love Andy Serkis, always have, and he's a big part of why this game is around. And
What's the backstory there? Because as someone who'd never watched movies back in the day, I didn't realize it was Andy Serkis until I was revisiting this game.
well, I'm not too sure about the backstory about why this game became a game, but originally it was supposed to be, I think, I want to say animated. I think it was supposed to be a CG movie. It was going to be him mocapping Monkey and stuff, and then it just happened to be a video game after a little while. I think it's just like maybe the budget was too big for a CG movie to do what they wanted to do, so they turned it into a video game. Andy Serkis was game the entire time, so he did it anyway. I think he even has like a co-directing credit for this. But it's written by the guy that did Ex Machina and
Arrival.
Annihilation too. So he actually
Arrival,
directed
yeah.
Annihilation also. Yeah, he directed
What's his
both
name
of those
again?
movies, actually. Alex Garland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he co-wrote this
Which
along with some.
the ending, yeah, that makes fucking sense when you think of
Oh
like
yeah.
Annihilation and the ending of
Oh
this.
yeah, for sure, Annihilation, for sure. But yeah, I really love the journey. I love a game that is simple in its premise. Like you're in the future, you don't know really what happened. You learn kind of what happened. It's a typical post-apocalyptic future. But you don't really know too much. But you really just follow two characters. But you play as one character throughout. You have another character.
Not this huge ensemble or anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love like even BioShock Infinite. You have two characters and there's a huge ensemble, but you're always following those two characters. Same thing with this. You're always following these two characters. You meet another character later on, but for the most part, there's no real other side characters or anything. And it's really dependent on if you like these characters. I love Monkey. Monkey's one of my favorite video game protagonists. And that's probably part because I love Andy Serkis so much, but also it's just he's I don't know, he's a badass. I love him, I really do, and I like his character development in the game where he is that kind of guy that's just like I'm out for myself, I'm there to do what's good for me, and he meets this girl Trip, and then he sees like all right, well maybe it isn't just all about me, even if he's forced into helping her and protect her.
He's not even forced at all. It's just like, hey, let's take it off, and he's like, no, put it back on.
Yeah, that's
way later though.
Yeah, that's like the last hour.
I
of the
know,
game.
but I'm saying it's like that's.
Oh yeah, that's when he builds up and actually starts caring about things. That's why the development works so well. Because at first he's gonna kill this girl, he's about to fucking kill her,
fucking
and then later on he's
off.
like, no, put it back. I like the leash, baby. Ooh. But it's a great relationship. I really like the world itself. I think the setting is great. The graphics still look really good. The facial animations in this game are fucking. It's a 10-year-old game. It came out like October 2010, and it still looks great. The facial animations are amazing. They still hold up to this day. So I was really excited to replay it again, but it just like kind of crept closer and closer to our Games Gone By thing, and I've played this game maybe 5 or 6 times. Yeah, so I really do. I love it. I love the story. I love the characters. The combat is fun. I think it has like a nice heavy feel to it whenever you're fighting robots. I feel like whenever you are fighting robots in games, it's hard to kind of mess that up when it comes to like feeling it. Like whenever there's a game where you're shooting robots, like you got to get the sound design right. I think this one does. The combat's not nothing amazing, but it's good. I like it. I just love it. I really do. I don't have many complaints for this game. I even think the pacing is perfect. It's just like you get to see a lot of the dangers of the world.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, and yeah, it's like 8 hours long. It's
a lot
perfect.
of variety too.
A lot of variety. You got the cloud thing, which is really awesome. Love using that thing. And also, it's based on Journey to the West, which is kind of cool because it's kind of based on it. What I really like about it is that it's based on it.
Based on as Dragon Ball is, so
yeah, exactly. It's like even Dragon Ball, like with his hair and shit. Obviously, it took inspiration from that. Even though I guess the Monkey King also kind of has that kind of hair too. But it's cool. And
you're looking forward to Monkey King, aren't you?
Huh?
You're looking forward to Monkey King, aren't you?
Yeah, the Wukong game. Yeah, that's looking good. You know what? I'm a fan of this story, considering I never read any of them, but I'm a fan of the story just because of this game. And even though this game, obviously, the story is different, there's a lot of similarities in the book. It's the Monkey King and a monk, I think, right? That are on a journey to the west.
King, the monk, and there's like 3 others that they get enlisted. Like there is a pig-related character, hence why like Oolong in Dragon Ball and Pigsy in here.
Yep.
And there's 2 other characters that
Goku
come along.
uses a cloud to get around and stuff, just like in this, just like in Monkey King. Yeah, he has a staff.
Ian in the chat says this game was underrated.
It is very underrated. It didn't do well at all. I'm surprised Ninja Theory lasted after this because I think it really flopped, and they must have put a lot of money into it because it looks great. And I mean, Andy Serkis
It reviewed well too, right?
It did, yeah. I think it has like a somewhere in the 80s. I think on Metacritic.
It sucks because this on the cover and the intro at least it makes it feel like you're getting a double A experience, but it really feels triple A if you open your
Yeah,
mind to that.
yeah. It looks really good still too, yeah. I love it. I really do. I could play this game any day, and see, it always feels like a journey, which is good because no game out there nowadays feels quite like one anymore. Just feels like, all right, yo, do that mission. All right, you see that mission you just did? You have to do it 5 times, and you go buy a gun. Like, all right, cool. It's just like cool. Everything's live service bullshit now. It's just like I want like a nice point A, point B. Let's get it done. No point A, point B, and then now there's a C because DLC, and then a D and an E and an F. I'm like, oh fuck. Oh, they keep adding more content. I didn't play the last thing. Am I going to get the next thing? I need to play the last thing. I'm like, oh no, my backlog, no.
Yeah, anything that pressures you into playing it, like as if you're like, oh, you're missing out if you don't do this right now. It's
Yeah,
like, well,
exactly.
cool.
Enslaved
Ian
is a
also
nice little, even though it's called an Odyssey, it's only 8 hours long, and it's a good one, I think.
Honestly, less than that. I got through it in about 7 or so.
Yeah, probably less. Yeah,
Ian says, I love this game, but I knew no one that played it.
me too. Well, you know us. We played.
I didn't.
I played it when it first came out. I did a review back then. Check it out. I think I gave it really high. I think it gave like a really high score.
I got this. I get it. I think I got it late 2011. It was on my Amazon wish list, and one of my friends on Twitter. No, it wasn't on my Amazon wish list. They were like, "Hey, you'll really like this game. Like, you'll like." And I never heard of Enslaved, and they're like, "Yeah, you'd love it. Just." I think it was either that or you recommended it to me. Something happened. I forget what.
Okay, possibly.
But someone recommended it to me, and then somehow someone purchased it for me.
I gifted this game to a bunch of people. So
yeah, and I got it gifted by someone, but I might have put it on my wish because of you or something. I forget. But somehow
I might not have gifted it to you, but I probably
no, it wasn't you. It was someone else. I know who it was, but yeah, no, it was great. And like I didn't replay it. I've been neck deep trying to knock out some backlog before this gets.
Yeah, I didn't replay it either, but it was like one of those things where I remember the story. I mean, I played so many fucking times. So.
I only played the once, but I did refresh myself and everything. I watched everything, caught back up with everything. But
Right.
yeah, with my backlog so nuts, I was like, I have no time to spare if I want to start knocking some stuff out. Bless you.
God bless you.
Ian says, this and The Darkness were my sleeper hits on PS3.
Right? Darkness 1 or 2.
Plus so in the chat.
But yeah, no, so I
What did he say?
rewatched it
Darkness 1 or
and he didn't say yet. He just put
He
The
didn't say
Darkness.
that. Darkness 1 was great. I never got into it as much as 2 though.
It's funny because yeah, it's been almost 10 years since I played this game, but revisiting it, rewatching the cutscenes and the gameplay, it's already all come back to me, especially the ending. The ending just hits.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does, and it's one of those endings where it's just like it's almost it's abrupt kind of, but also like if there was never a sequel, it'd be fine. Like it was like, all right, I get it. I could see where this would go.
Right.
It leaves it off in a way where like, okay, they wanted to do a sequel. They said that, and a year after it came out, they said it didn't do well. We ain't doing a sequel. I was just like, it sucks.
Well, we'll speculate on that really quick, but Ian said also the second one he liked better.
Second one, yeah, I loved the second one. It's so good.
So we'll write that down at the end, or maybe we can do it now. I don't really care. What would you speculated from the from a sequel?
A sequel? I would expect it to go a little bit bigger, like like maybe not open world or anything, but like kind of bigger in scope, just with its story. I expect it to like maybe even take place a few years later, see what happened after that. Because at the end you unleash everybody from Pyramid, and everybody's unplugged from the virtual world, so it's kind of Matrix-ish, you know. So
it felt like something Remedy would do now too.
Yeah, for sure. Ninja Theory always likes doing that kind of twist where you're like, oh, there's technology and shit. Like, yeah. I bet Hellblade has that at one point. I bet there's like some weird twist where there's technology or something.
Creed.
Yeah, you find out it's all in the Animus.
Yeah.
But it's just I could see it just taking place a little bit later, and then there's just something else that happens. Maybe I would just like it to expand on the story a little bit. Maybe you have to explain some things, and just go on our adventure. I could see them even trying to make like maybe Trip the main character this time, in the future. a la something like
Or
Last
maybe
of Us, I guess.
just make them swap back and forth.
Yeah, that too. Because Trip obviously you don't play as in this game, and she doesn't really. She's the tech girl. That's about
Ian
it.
asks, don't you think that this and Horizon would be too similar at this point for a sequel?
You know what? I looked up earlier today, Enslaved. I was just looking it up just because I was thinking about it. And there was an article that says the big reason why they're not even considering doing one again is because of Horizon, because their ideas for Enslaved 2 were going to be kind of like Horizon. And it kind of sucks because Horizon just completely aped a lot of that stuff that Enslaved, but nobody played Enslaved, so nobody like called them out or anything. Not that it ripped it off, it didn't. I mean, but but Horizon has the same exact premise though.
Sure.
It's a futuristic world where all the past technology is gone. Everybody's using like janky shit like a staff, and there's robots that are trying to kill you. I mean, it's a simple premise, but it is the same premise pretty much.
Well, can you imagine though, like, if Horizon had not happened, and now that Ninja Theory is in Microsoft's, there's a good chance that would have happened.
I would love if they just said, all right, we're not going to do a sequel to Enslaved 2. It's not going to, Enslaved 1. That's not going to happen. I would love if they did like a remaster, like a straight up remaster for the game.
Like a Demon Souls
Shadow Colossus that'd be style. Cool. They would never do it that large scale though, is the problem. But I don't know. I've seen weirder things happen. Dude, a remake of fucking 13 came out recently, so I could see it sucked ass. But you know what? Ninja Theory is a good company, so I'm sure they won't give their baby to like some shitty studio that sucks.
It's kind of wild because, like, yeah, I get that they can't do that, but also like they can. Like, I feel like an Enslaved sequel would be exactly what Microsoft wants for their portfolio.
Reason why I picked Beyond Good and Evil 1 is because Enslaved very much reminds me, just not like tone or anything like that, but just like quality wise and how nobody played it and nobody cared.
I thought you were gonna say you picked Beyond Good and Evil 2 because you like canceled sequels.
I didn't pick Beyond Good and Evil 2. Not that good.
Games with canceled sequels. There you go.
Well, Beyond Good and Evil 3 got canceled? It sucks. Well, at least we got 2. It's coming.
Yeah, at least we got 2.
It's coming next year.
You got the statue, so you're just.
I got the statue for both. I have a statue for pretty much every game I absolutely love. It seems like
even games that don't exist.
Yeah. Fuck you, asshole. Yeah.
Don't worry. Save the Beyond Good and Evil 2 roast for the game.
Back.
And pay him for it.
Yeah, and then give me money.
Give me money.
No, I got BioShock, I got Beyond Good and Evil, I got that. You can't see it.
You got Alien Colonial Marines.
Yeah, I actually sold that. So I don't have any all the classic. Mario classic. Yeah, I got a Nier statue. So
what's the statue that you have of a game that you didn't like but you bought because it was a cool statue? I know you've done that like maybe once or twice.
Overwatch.
Yeah, now.
Actually, I don't know. I didn't really care for God of War Ascension, but I have a statue of that game.
It was like some game. I could have sworn even like the last year or two, you bought a statue. Like, I don't really like this game, but I thought the statue was cool.
I probably did. It was probably because it was super cheap.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, it was Days Gone?
Yeah, that probably was it.
Days Gone. I have that one. That was really cheap though. That's why. And I'm really considering getting rid of it. So, even though it's like fucking broken, so that sucks. But I also got a Horizon statue. Also talk about.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's a game I really do love. I would love to see a sequel. I would love to see some kind of remaster.
That fits Microsoft's portfolio. They need, I think. They didn't need like a heavily cinematic with like actors and like a linear.
I wonder if Andy Serkis would even want to do it again. I'm sure he would. I wonder if like the actress that plays Trip would do it, because I think the actress that played Trip was from like Ned Declassified School Survival Guide. I think. I think so. I think I looked that up, or maybe it was like another show.
Let me check.
She kind of reminds me of that one chick, the older.
Lindsay Shaw.
Yeah, that is her.
Yeah, that's. I remember looking it up. Like, who the hell is?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I felt like I couldn't. I fucking pinpoint. I'm like, I reckon.
Yeah, she was Moe's.
Yeah, because I watched Ned Declassified, but by the time fucking Enslaved came out, I didn't. I was like, what? I was like, Oh, it's been like years since I watched Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. But you two are
Great
taking a
show.
drink at the same time. Wait, hold on. Yeah, keep drinking. Keep drinking. Huh? No, I'm done. You stop drinking.
I wasn't actually drinking. I was just sipping.
Yeah, me
You
either.
don't do that. But,
I was talking to Adrian.
oh.
Anyway, I'm not always talking to you, Dave.
I was a little bit left.
Oh no! Now it looks like he pissed his pants. Great.
No, it's on
Thanks,
my foot.
David. It looks like he pissed his foot. Thanks, Dave.
All right.
All right. All right. Back to Enslaved. Enslaved.
Really quick.
We should probably talk about the actual story. Though,
Yeah,
too.
Ian in the chat. Problem is these games are games of the past. Everything has to be open world, not story driven.
Yeah, that's what sucks. But you know what? I could totally see this like working as just a open world game for sure. I don't want that to happen. And honestly, I can't wait to play Beyond Good and Evil 2 if it ever actually happens. But I'm not excited for it to be an open world game. Like even though that world is awesome in Beyond Good and Evil, I like that it was.
I'm not gonna, and we're
It
gonna
was
talk.
slightly linear. In Beyond Good and Evil 1, you could explore a little bit. I mean,
We're gonna
it's
talk
not
about-
like.
We're gonna talk about Beyond Good and Evil 2 for sure. Like the idea of what we're getting with that on
Oh yeah,
the games
Beyond
gone
Good and
by.
Evil.
But I will say is that like the vibe that I was getting, even just someone that has not, I played maybe like an hour of Beyond Good and Evil 1. It felt like not the sequel that you would want.
Yeah, that's why when we were watching it and you're like, oh, this is definitely I'm just like it's not the same tone at all. But right when people are cursing and shit, I'm like, that's not Beyond Good and Evil. Like,
I saw a talking pig and I'm like, oh, I know that talking pig.
But I've seen talking pigs before. Look at Enslaved. That might be why I like Enslaved and Beyond Good and Evil so much. Just talking pigs. I don't think BioShock Infinite has a talking pig though, but I don't remember though. But as a horse, as like a robot horse.
There you
It's
go.
an animal.
Let's talk about the story.
All right. So it's very simple. It's a very simple story. Monkey. It even starts off with no real introduction. It's just monkeys in a slave ship, which I actually read this. I didn't know. He's inside a escape pod thing or whatever, but it's like an enslavement pod thing. But he's in like this like egg shaped thing, and I guess in the original story, the Monkey King is born in like a stone egg. So it's almost like when he breaks free, he's kind of born. And that's the first time we really see him, which I was like, all right, that's kind of cute, I guess. So they took inspirations a lot from the original story. But so anyway, yeah, he's on a slave ship. You don't know how he got there. He got caught, and obviously, who gives a shit? He gets off just because a girl, Trip, who's really good with tech, she can hack stuff, gets herself out, and she's the whole reason why the ship is like starting to crash and crumble. The ship crashes. Monkey wakes up with a thing like a headband on. He's enslaved by the girl Trip. She needs yeah, there you go. Show it off, baby. There's that game. She needs him to take her back to her home because she knows she ain't gonna make it if she doesn't have like a protector, and that's pretty much where the story goes. Because at first they're hostile to. Well, it's not. It's more monkeys hostile.
He doesn't want to deal with her. He wants to go on.
Yeah, he doesn't want. And also it's pissing him off that now he's like enslaving. He has to do what she wants. And of course that relationship builds up later on. Like I like that Monkey isn't completely subservient to her too, where it's just like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Like there's times where she screws things up and he yells at her like, hey, if you want to fucking survive, you gotta listen to what I'm telling you. You can't fucking stall. And I like that relationship, I really do, especially towards later on before she finds out what happens to her home. I really like that slow build up to them becoming more friends.
Yeah, it felt very Last of Us. Well, I mean, obviously this is before Last of Us, but it felt it's the same thing Last of Us, where it was building gradually. Like,
yeah,
it builds like just like adds a Lego constantly to the point where you can't tell, but then if you look away for long enough and come back to it, then it's like, oh no, you really have grown along since since you've gotten there, and a lot of it is storytelling through dialogue in game.
Yeah. And that's what I love. I love when a cutscene doesn't take the priority over like just the regular gameplay dialogue.
Yep.
And there's a lot of just them talking about stuff. I wish there was a little bit more though. Actually, like after Last of Us, I love that stuff where just randomly like Ellie would say something or whatever. And there's not a ton of that in this game, but there's enough, especially since it's a shorter experience too. So it feels like you're getting a nice compact
But again, this
story.
is also what 3 years prior to.
Yeah, it's 3, right? And
Last
also
of
probably
Us.
doesn't have it doesn't have big of a budget, I assume. Um, but yeah, the story obviously has its twists and turns later on, as we mentioned with the ending earlier, where like we talk about like this is a post-apocalyptic future. You got a guy who can climb a lot. That's why his name is Monkey. He doesn't have a name because his parents were killed when he was a kid, or even like a baby or whatever. So he doesn't even know his name. And he have to trip girl. So it's a very simple journey just to get her home, and then it twists later on to like, let's go take down these slavers, and then you find out what's actually going on at the end. Um, and yeah, it's all great, and then they meet Pigsy, and Pigsy is a character. It's the only other character really in the game besides the character revealed towards the end of the game. But Pigsy shows up and kind of changes that dynamic a little bit. He comes in, he's like a sloppy pervert. He's fat, he's ugly, he's
I love the
disgusting,
line where
smells.
it's like, he's like, I respect you, so I'm not gonna cross any boundaries, but I'm really in there.
Yeah,
And
yeah, get your
he's like, yeah, you really want to hit on her after fucking found out her dad just died?
yeah. I like the one right before that. It's like a couple scenes before that where he's just like, yo man, you hitting that, man, come on man. Yeah, and he's like, well, she enslaved me,
Yeah.
if I don't do what she says she'll hurt me, and he's like, my man. It's like, you hit,
And
I mean,
then,
you hit her, right?
right after that, they're on the boat and there's that heart that comes around them.
Yeah. It's so good. And later on, Pixie's great, but he definitely changes the dynamic
Yeah. Well, which
quite a
is
bit.
good because I feel
It's fine.
like if I feel like it would have got a little bit too romancy if it was
Yeah.
just those two like the whole way
It doesn't
through.
really get too romancy too, because it would be kind of weird if it does, because she's still like 19. I don't know how old Monkey is, but I'm assuming he's older than 19, way older than
Yeah,
19.
but
I think he's supposed to be still young. I don't think he's supposed to be like how I think
he
Andy
was
Serkis was like late 40s at this point, and so it's just
sure.
like, yeah,
But it didn't get romantic, but that's cool because Pigsy kind of like just threw in a little bit of comedic aspect to it and kept it a little more fresh and didn't let it travel down too much, and they kept them to the end too, which
yeah.
was good to keep it all fresh. David, what do you
I,
think about all this stuff?
I hated it.
Yeah, so I've been holding up thoughts on this here.
Yeah.
So I played this on PC, so I have a slightly
I
different
heard
experience.
the PC has some problems.
Not fucking great. The PC version has a lot of weird graphical issues.
Yeah.
One is it doesn't even do like full 1080p on PC properly. It's fucking weird, the resolution. I can't even set it to a windowless version. Like it has to be full screen all day, every day, and it's fucking weird. And playing through the game, there are times where like the ripples of like where the skeleton structure is will appear in cutscenes. So you'll be watching a cutscene and there's just all these black lines of the skeletal structure that just appear
That's
in the
part of it.
cutscene.
That's how he actually looks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Honestly, I don't even know what you said right there. Like you said,
No, I
black
heard what he
lines
said. It's
No,
part of
I
it,
no, I don't. I know what you said. What'd you say? Black lines and what?
He's got like you can see a skeleton black outlines on their bodies every once in a while.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, and like just like you know how like a wave graph will show kind of like
Yeah, I
the
know.
kind of yeah, it did that.
Right.
And
I never saw that. I just saw a lot of glitches. Like you'll be doing like one of those finishing animations where it slows down and sees Monkey's face, and Monkey's face would be like untextured almost, to be like,
I
what
never
the
ran
fuck?
into that. There was one cutscene I meant to take a screenshot of it, but like Tripp's hair was going through her face during a cutscene, which was kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that happens sometimes in the 360 version too, but yeah, that's a little weird.
Apart from that, I actually really hated Pigsy.
What? It reminds you of yourself too much?
A little bit, yeah. But no, the reason why I hate him is because I didn't really get a romance dynamic from Monkey and Trip until Pixie was introduced. Like, so you hitting that? And it's like,
You didn't get that when they were on the motorcycle and she like got
No,
all
no,
cozy with him?
Well, she was obviously kind of,
I didn't personally get that at all. I just thought that, okay, we're comfortable with each
Neither.
other. All right, fuck it. We've been through a harrowing experience. I am fucking comfortable with you.
It was
I
a
just
whole
need-
like they
But
zoomed
I
in on
don't-
the camera where she like actually like grabbed into him.
Yeah. And she's like, and also the campfire scene where she's like kind of nervous, asking him if he wants to stay, and he's like, he doesn't say anything about that entire scene.
I don't know.
But I never really got. I mean, I do get the romance thing, obviously, but I never felt like it was too over the top. And Pigsy being a fucking weirdo.
His name's fucking Pigsy. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing too. Is like in the game they never expressly state her age. So during that exact time,
teenager.
it was like, so we're a monkey, a pig, and a teenager out on
Yeah.
an adventure. I'm like, wait, how old is fucking Trip supposed
She's
to be?
19. She's 19.
And, well, that's the thing is like they don't say it in the game. So
No.
when we get to that line of dialogue, I'm like, wait, how old is she? How fucking weird is this dude fucking being to this?
But you have to realize. Actually, you didn't play the DLC, did you?
No,
Oh, I
didn't
forgot
think
there was DLC to this game.
Yeah, Pidgey's
Yeah.
Perfect 10. It's really
Yeah.
good. I really like it.
I can't
Um,
remember. I need to fucking play that. All right, how was
It's
it?
really good. And it'll actually make you like Pigsy more because I'll explain just the premise. The premise of that DLC is that he's alone. Like he has nobody. Like dude, and he's really alone. And it's all about him building a robot to have a friend. So that's what it really is. I won't explain exactly anything else.
I'll have to play
And
that
towards the
test.
end of that DLC, you'll feel more for Pigsy, I think.
I like the
'Cause-
sacrifice too. Like that was pretty brutal when he fucking.
Oh yeah, you just see him fucking like. It's just-
I was like, all right, fine, whatever. I kind of don't mind him as much, but like initially, I'm like, dude, this is fucking creepy as shit. I don't like this character. This is fucking
He's a-
gross. And playing him towards the end, I was like, okay, you redeemed yourself, buddy. I see what happened here.
Yeah.
But all in all, I really like the dynamic of just Monkey and Trip. Because again, I didn't get any romance vibes out of the two. I just kind of saw it as like, all right, we're surviving hell together and we're just fucking going through it and we're getting comfortable with one another. I was expecting the whole time for there to be like a reveal of like, oh, this thing I told you about us, if you dying, if I dying is a trick.
It's bullshit.
Because like there's a line earlier in the game of like, hey, of course I'm gonna come back for you because if I die, you die, right? And she's just like, oh yeah, I said that. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
That
I was
was
expecting
in-
that to build up to a line later on where they're like, yeah, no, that was full of shit. That's not a real
I more
thing.
What was
assume
it-
that is
what
like
was
a.
that? What was that twist of? That was in a movie too, I swear. That exact twist where you find out
Oh,
like,
sure. I can't
oh,
think right now, but
never mind. I know what it was. Never
What
mind. I
was
don't
it?
even want to say. I don't want to say. it wasn't exactly like that, but it was similar. I don't want to say.
Is it a movie I know?
but yeah, no, I was expecting there to be like a big reveal.
I
like,
assumed that was
actually,
more like they knew their relationship was like beyond that now, and it was like, oh yeah, that's still the underlying motive, even though it at this point just they're just helping each other out.
Yeah.
I
And
see,
at the point where she says she wants to get revenge, yeah, and Monkey knows all about that, I'm sure.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, man. Let's go get some revenge.
that was a fantastic fucking scene of just like
Good
the
acting.
fucking city's destroyed to shit, and she's just like,
She's freaking out.
I reneged on our deal. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say, but we're gonna go fucking kill whoever's responsible. He's just like, yeah,
All right.
we're gonna do that. We're gonna go fuck these people up. And she's just like,
That's what
I
I
don't
like.
get
Same
so
thing-
understanding of all this. She's
Same
like,
thing with Pigsy.
no.
She was like, "Hey, I gotta do this." And Pigsy's like, "I'm in."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming. And like even when she tells him that her father's dead, he's just like there's actually a little bit like he actually feels bad. Like actually feels bad. Not he's not a dick. He is, but he's
No,
not like a full on dick.
He's definitely
I
a dick,
didn't-
especially when he had the crosshairs going. He was like looking.
Yeah, he's looking at it, like I was waiting for him to like aim at fucking Monkey's head. It was like he's not. He's just looking at them
I
fucking like.
accidentally shot you. You know, you're getting in the way in this brawl. I could have popped your head off. It could have happened accidentally,
Yeah.
but it could have happened.
Oh, watch out for the rhino.
I
by
took
the
him-
way.
I
He's
took
already
it-
fucking down there.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a dick, but I mean, I didn't really
I
like.
like him.
I didn't take it like as if like he's like this asshole guy that doesn't like. He was still funny and still like stuck along and everything.
He adds a lot, I think, to
Why
it.
he creeped me out as much is because I didn't there's nothing in game that explains fully Trip's age. So he's like, oh yeah, we're just a teenager, and he's constantly going after him. Like, how old teenager? Like, this is fucking weird.
Oh, she's definitely not 14.
I don't know,
19-year-old chick in the apocalypse, and I feel like
That's what I was thinking. Like
their
come on.
choices aren't really that fucking much
Yeah,
to begin with.
especially Pigsy, who lives in a fucking mountain
Pineapple
of trash.
Odyssey.
Mountain of trash, and that's it. Like even when we get to her home, you see like maybe I don't know, like a couple dozen dead bodies. Which by the way, that's fucking brutal. You just see them all burnt to a crisp, like some Star Wars shit. It was like whoa. Like,
yeah, that was fucking brutal. You go through this whole thing where just bridge after bridge to the point where even Monkey's like, I'm fucking done hearing about Mike. I don't want to give a I don't give a shit about Mike and his his love of bridges. Just fucking get there. And then all of a sudden, just like, oh, and you even have that moment where Monkey just is like,
yeah, he knows.
I see what happened here. You don't want.
I think he always knew. Like that was like even with the bridge. Like, why is the bridge active? Why is the security active? You could tell he's just like, all right, let's go in. Like,
well,
Monkey's
very like wise beyond his age. You know, is the kind of the point. Is like
he
knows, but he cares. You know, he'll deal with it.
Yeah.
We'll get into this a bit more in final thoughts, but Monkey definitely really sells this game 100%. I fucking love the performance. I knew the voice was familiar, but I didn't place it until you said Andy Serkis. And absolutely fantastic.
See his face at the end. At the end,
yeah, he plays himself.
Yeah, he plays himself. Because I remember playing the game originally, and then you find that one mask thing, and it like does a glimpse into the virtual world thing, and you see his face. I was like, "What the?" Like, I just see Andy Serkis's face for a second. I was like, "Whoa!"
You think that was some sort of twist where that was him in the past? Something?
Oh wait, no, you guys didn't replay it, right? But in the past, did you guys get all the masks, or?
I'm pretty sure I did.
I did.
I have a lot of the achievements, so I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, I didn't get all the masks this run through. I tried to do it as blind as possible. But I got a good chunk of them. And is there anything that really evolves from getting all the masks? Like, is there an inherent order to getting all of them? Or is it just as you get one, you get more and more of the story?
I think you just get more, just a little bit more of the visions. I don't even think if you get them all, anything really happens. Besides, you get achievement. You get achievement. I don't think there's like, it's just like little glimpses of the virtual life that those guys are, because that's the whole point. You're getting those, and it kind of bypasses Trip's hack for a little bit. That's the only reason why you're seeing that, because she hacked it, and you get those. It's just a way. It's weird that they add the collectibles into the story. It's just a weird, like, you don't usually see that in a game where the collectibles you see floating around are actually part of the story, and they make it make sense.
Yeah, because there's a couple times throughout the story. It's not often, but there's like a few key points where they bring it out. Like when you're coming from the Pigsy area, there's a moment where you'll hop into one, and then Trip's like, "Hey, you saw another one of those things, didn't you?" And then Monkey's like, "Yeah, I thought I was going insane. Honestly, I really did. But now it's obvious that it's got something to do with this fucking headband."
Yeah. So I love how they add the collectibles into the story and make it make sense and actually add it to the story, especially towards the end where it's really a big part of the ending itself. But
my only complaints about this game is, the frustrating thing is that a lot of non-PC focused game devs, of course, there's a lot of weird shit that happens in the PC ports. Play this on PC that happen. So graphically, the game was a little frustrating. But the only other thing that was a little kind of off for me is I wish I had played this on hard mode, because playing it on normal, this game was really fucking easy.
Yeah, it's not the hardest game out there, that's for sure. There's a couple of frustrating moments, only because it's just like, oh, here's like 7 more robots. It's like,
see,
it's not that it's hard. It's just like, all right, just kill like about 10, and now they're throwing another 7 at me. I was like, all right.
I never died to combat. I only died to weird, like, environmental shit. Like, there's a fight that happens towards the end where, like, this robot does, like, a laser attack. And the kind of area you're on crumbles beneath you.
Right,
but I think about it at first, I'm just like, oh, this is really cool. What's happening here? And then the ground underneath me shattered. I'm like, oh, fuck, I died.
Yeah.
And then there's another moment where like you're doing like a runner segment and you're kind of following along with a vehicle.
With the camera. Oh, with the yeah, that one where you have to hide
Yeah.
behind, like the next to the car.
Exactly.
Trip once again fuck something up. It's just like,
Exactly.
all right, hack this. Oh shit, fuck.
Get in the vehicle. I can't, you dumb bitch. I'm vertical.
I want to see a supercut of all the times Trip asks for help. Like, help, monkey, help, help,
Or
help me, help me,
Help!
help. Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes of the game is like when you're in the water facility and Trip's like, all right, we gotta hack into the matrices here. We got these topographies to deal with. And Monkey's like, uh-huh.
Yeah,
And Pixie's like, no, I understand. I'm a bit of a computer user myself.
And I destroy his
computer, fucks it up immediately.
Yeah.
Trip tries to explain some complex shit to Monkey. Monkey's like, yeah, whatever you just said.
And then he does it.
It works.
Yeah, he did it. He's tapped like 3 buttons and it works. He's like, good, impressive, monkey. I was like, yeah. Pixie's like, shit. You did that right.
I love that dynamic so
She'll never
much.
fuck me now.
I really love the Trip and Monkey dynamic. It's one of those things that is a very underappreciated thing with storytelling, especially in video games, is having just a very close dynamic of characters. When we were talking about this with Chrono Trigger, I felt like it really got to the heart of it. Of like when you have just a very focused cast of characters, you can get a lot of story out of it. Same thing with Last of Us. There's just so much you can get out of it, and I do agree that this is actually a very underappreciated story. This is my first time fully playing through the whole thing. And I was not expecting it to be this well thought out story-wise. There was a lot of weird surprises to it, and it hooked me in a really weird way. I'll really go heavy into it on our final thoughts segment, but there was just so much to this game that I was like, okay, I'm playing like a simple fucking Devil May Cry-esque game where it's like, all right, I got some combos, I got a little bit of gunplay with the staff shots, whatever. I'm having a fun little adventure. Monkey do funny things, but the dynamics between
monkey funny.
Yeah, monkey funny.
Monkey funny.
But it was actually a really interesting story and did not go at all where I was expecting it to, because they said it from the beginning that obviously you're in the future of some kind, but as you're walking through, it's like, oh, that's Grand Central Station. We're in the ruins of New York. Oh, okay. There's so many other little things throughout that if you observe it, it's like you really get what's happened here. And it's fantastic for that. Like for such a game that really no one talks about. There's a lot of fantastic storytelling elements to this.
The world building is incredible. I love it. I really do.
Absolutely. And the fact that it is tied into the primary story, I feel really is an underappreciated thing, because even though I didn't get all the mass, the fact that they acknowledge a collectible as part of the story, like you guys were talking about, is kind of interesting, because it's very rare for that to ever be the case. And this was really fascinating a story. I really dug this game 100%.
Hell yeah. See?
Sorry, Pixie, I could take or leave. I'd rather leave him, but
why? What did he do to you? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Pigsy, man, he's alone.
He felt way too creepy to me. He was way too fun.
He just want to get some, just some.
I want that teenage puss.
Yeah, why not? I don't know why he has to always go to fucking sex. I just meant friendship. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, combat friendship.
He's talking about romance and fucking puss and stuff. And they called somebody a bitch earlier. It's just like, this guy, I swear, he'll never get a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's why I'm the worst HR person. But
this guy's horrible. What a dick. I'm glad you like this more than Brothers, at least.
No, I love this game. Brothers was not on my eye. Like, I'll fully admit. Like, I even said this during Brothers. Like, the ending of Brothers really got to me, because the ending of Brothers, I felt like
I finally looked at the TV and turned off all the podcasts. Like, oh, the story's pretty good.
Oh wow, that's good.
It wasn't good up to that point, but no, the ending of Brothers felt like what the whole thing should have been kind of about, is that loss, that feeling. Like, I know Adrian's laughing because, like, yeah, that's the point. It was building up to that. but I never
No,
got
I'm
that.
laughing because you always watch podcasts and fucking YouTube and watch
Yeah, I do.
movies during all this, and then like, oh, the story wasn't really there. Well, fucking
Where was it? I didn't see it.
What are you talking about? I've watched a lot of shit. While playing
statistically,
Last of Us. I love Last of Us.
like scientifically, you cannot multitask.
Scientifically.
Yeah, like psychologically, like there's studies on this. You cannot actually balance multiple stories like that at once. Like
Yeah.
your brain goes to one or the other.
I was perfectly fine with it with Last of Us, and I fucking
That's
loved that
because
game.
you were looking more at that.
I don't know what you want from me. Last of Us was great. Brothers wasn't, but either way, uh,
All right. Whatever you say, man.
For my personal type of games I enjoy, Brothers was not fun, but
Sure.
Enslaved was.
Okay.
It was very rudimentary. The combat was very basic and wasn't, the finest of gameplay, but it served the plot. And I will say, one of the things about this game, gameplay wise, that I felt was really satisfying was the platforming elements. It gave me kind of Spider-Man vibes of like when Spider-Man is done right, it just feels natural with the web slinging. I really enjoyed the kind of grappling and swinging about to the different platforms in Enslaved. It just felt really natural in this,
Yeah.
and it had a satisfying feel to it, and it was quick. Like a lot of the
It's really
platforming
quick,
segments
yeah.
I got through was very quick because it's like, okay, well, I'm here. I'm gonna obviously like I was able to just kind of roughly predict where I was gonna go and put my analog stick in the right spot, and Monkey just immediately hopped everywhere I needed to go. I was like, yeah, that's satisfying. That's rewarding. Of like, okay, I see I'm starting here, I'm going here. It was fluid, it was fantastic. And it never interrupted the game in a bad way. Like there's a lot of games that go ahead and add in different elements to where, oh, that's actually one of the things I want to bring up. This games could have so easily brought in stupid fucking quick time events into this
Oh
game.
yeah, for
And I was
sure.
waiting for it because there's so many other games where it's like, oh, monkey's falling. Ah, I'm gonna have a quick time event here. It's like, no, it's gonna let it play out, and then it's gonna put me back into the gameplay and let me actually fucking climb up. And there were so many other elements of like trip and other things where it's like, oh, it's gonna be a quick time event. And I was fucking waiting for it to happen all game. And I'm like,
There's like
hey,
none.
kudos to this game for not putting in quick time events. Because quick time events,
But
they're
at that point in 2010, there was plenty of games that had them. Heavy Rain came out that year. God of War 3 came out that year. Like it's just like a lot of games had QuickTime events still. I'm sure other things, but those are two big ones.
because to me, quick time events don't add immersion. It's just you're interrupting my fucking cutscene. Get the fuck out.
I don't mind it for like a story only game. Like I mean, just only like Heavy Rain. God of War, I think it works
I love
too.
the
'cause
novelty
that-
in Resident Evil 4
God-
was cute at the time.
Yeah, but God of War, it works for there. I think it works the best in any game in God of War 1, 2, and 3, I think, because those are always just the finishers. Like you already beat the shit out of those guys, and you're not gonna actually do those finishers yourself, like gameplay wise. You're not
Sure.
gonna jump up on somebody and fucking rip out their throat, like so pressing circle and then pressing triangle and then pressing X,
The end result, anyways, just let it fucking happen. That's my thought. Like, that's
Sure, but it's fun to see it fuck up and then Kratos gets like fucking thrown off or whatever,
This is totally off topic, but this was just posted. Wasn't Chernobyl really good?
the series.
Yeah.
The actual
series?
disaster? No,
Yeah, no,
the disaster was awesome.
the HBO series I heard was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was really
It's on
good.
sale on Amazon right now.
Oh, you can just watch it for free. You have HBO Go or Max or whatever
No.
the fuck it is. Fuck it then. Buy it. Damn.
Fuck
Jesus
it.
Christ. Try to save you money. You're being a dick. Anyway,
Ugh.
it's like, ooh. Anyway, yeah. So I love it too. I'm glad you loved it. Adrian hated it. What a dick.
Yeah,
But
it's the fucking worst.
fucking stupid monkeys and trippity doodahs and shit. Like I don't care. Monkeys and pigs. What is this? What is this? Animal Farm? Remember that?
Yeah.
That movie. It's
Great movie.
The book too, right? Anyway,
Animal House.
no.
No.
Talk about something.
No, everything about it. I think even visually, it's very appealing because it traverses a lot of different places.
Yeah, I love how it mixes the overgrown like we said, like Last of Us, like everything's overgrown because there's nobody there. So just all cities are green. It's very vibrant, very nice looking, and that helps now 10 years later because obviously the graphics won't look as good now. But it really helps just having that really nice color palette. There's that one scene where you finally get to the water, you could use your cloud, and it looks so good. That game looks great, and I've said it. The facial animations are fantastic. They really are. You get so much like so many different emotions from both all three characters actually, especially Monkey because Andy Serkis is a master. He needs to get an Oscar for something.
It's
like
funny.
it's bullshit. He has not been nominated for an Oscar yet. Yeah, give it to him for Enslaved. Give it to him for Black Panther. Let's go. Black Panther 2.
It's funny going back and playing while I'm playing Black Ops right now and just seeing like kind of the difference of
Same year, same month maybe too.
yeah, and seeing how like and yeah, obviously they're different games, so I can't really say too much, but Enslaved just looks so fucking good.
Yeah, and it's a bigger game in scope anyway. Like Call of Duty is like shorter, and also it's like I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of open environments.
And it's still and like it's like and I'm not gonna like compare them really because I'm always the one that says like especially when you're going like frames per second, like obviously Call of Duty's trying to hit like a higher frame rate and more like explosions and stuff like that, and that's opposite of what Enslaved's doing. But it just
even though I think they could get away.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say I think they could get away with just being 30 frames in the campaign.
Sure, but
they were wanting to make it look better.
Right. But at least just that's my easiest comparison, just being that's what I've been playing lately. Enslaved's awesome. I hope that maybe somewhere down the line that they'll consider a sequel. I think the possibility.
Hey, at this point, I'd take a comic book series to continue the fucking story, which I think they were also going to do at one point. They have a comic book. They have one. Huh?
I don't think I would honestly want a narrative sequel to this.
I wouldn't mind a sequel. I mean, I don't need it, I obviously, but
if it ever happens, I'm okay. But if I get it too, I'm not playing.
They wanted to do one before the game even came out, so that made me think they had a good idea for a story. And also, if Alex Garland was going to write it again, he co-wrote it with somebody else. I forgot who else. And if Andy Serkis was game, then I would expect it to have been good. But I would love to know exactly what it was going to be, just so I can know if it was like ooh or just like I want to know. Right. Maybe I don't want to know because if it ends up sounding amazing, then I'll be like, fuck. God damn, I should buy every copy in every goddamn store.
You tried.
But I have a few copies of Enslaved. I have a sealed one, PS3. I have a 360 copy. I have the PC one that I heard sucks. I think I bought it digitally on Xbox when it was on sale once.
It was like $3, I think.
Oh, by the way, I do want to mention I did try to play this game again. I didn't want to bust out the 360 copy because I have like stacks of shit in front of my 360 collection, and it would have been like I have to take all this shit out of the way. It's all the stuff I sell and shit. So it's like but it's like I was like, all right, I could do that, or I could try PS Now, and see how fucking terrible it is.
And I was like, since you didn't play it.
I wanted to try PS Now anyway because there's a lot of games you can actually download. So I was like, maybe that'll be one of the download games, and I don't have to worry about the shitty streaming. I looked, and of course it wasn't. But I tried playing it, and that shit runs at like I'm not even kidding, 10 frames a second.
Hell yeah!
It is terrible. I cannot believe anybody even considers that even close to Game Pass. It's terrible. What are you doing? What's this? Oh, okay. I think you're telling me wrap it up. Like, wrap it up.
I'm fucking sick of this fucking PS Now slander.
Shut the fuck up. Just end it.
Don't you know we're sponsored?
Yeah, we're sponsored. Sponsored by
Shave Club.
Dollar Crate Loot. Go get it.
Dollar Express VPN,
Nord, and Raid Shadow Person.
Don't forget Bridge Wallet. I actually kind of want to get one of those at some point because I use
that's a real sponsor in the future now because he said that they're gonna watch us and go, wow, they get 5.
Fuck it, if they want to sponsor us, oh yeah, send me a Bridge Wallet for free. I don't want to spend 40 fucking bucks on one. Hell yeah.
Well, that's already why you lost it already. Just I don't want to spend money on this.
I don't want to spend money on that piece of shit. Just give me. But yeah. Anyway, do not play Enslaved. If you have PS Now, and you're like,
oh, you heard him. Don't play Enslaved.
No, shut up. Stop. God damn it. Why does everything gotta be a joke? No. If you're gonna play Enslaved, do not play it on PS Now. If you have PS Now, because a lot of people have PlayStation and they're like, "Oh, I don't have an Xbox. I don't have any Xbox. I don't have a PC. How am I gonna play it? Oh, it's on PS Now. Don't fucking play it. Just don't. I'd rather you not play it. Period. Than play it like that. I'd rather you watch cutscenes on YouTube than play that fucking piece of shit. Until they put it download,
It won't,
which
'cause
they're
it's PS3.
Yeah, just fucking watch it.
There's
No
PS2 games
commentary. Let's
download.
play.
There's
Yeah, but
PS2 games
PS3, no
download.
PS3 games downloadable.
Are you sure? Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I downloaded some of those PS3.
Fairly
maybe.
confident.
Okay. Yeah, that was a
That's
PS2 game.
sorry.
All right. Well, I didn't see too many PS3 games I wanted to fucking play anyway. Besides that one.
We played
I downloaded a bunch of PS2 games though. I've downloaded Red Faction, Primal, Harvest Moon, 2 Harvest Moon games. I'm
Don't
gonna
worry,
try them.
We'll have a PS3 game in our future. Don't worry about it.
What? We did. This was a PS3 game.
That's true.
I'll have another one. We'll have a PS3 exclusive in our future. Don't worry about it.
Technically,
you
Beyond Good and
you
Evil.
gotta give a lot of heads up because I have a lot of my shit packed and that's gonna be a hassle to fucking.
Oh, that's gonna.
Well,
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be
that's-
until June for him now.
Actually, that's gonna be my final game for the year. So, because after
December?
Parasite Eve, so what's my last month?
Parasite Eve.
They just leak one of his.
You just.
I just leaked one. Never mind. But
What a dumbass. Wow.
All right. Well.
Kurt Fandango, Earth Defense Force 5, Parasite Eve.
All right. Well, let me go mark that down. Hold on. Let me put that. Let me put the
Parasite
date
Eve
on
is
that.
June. What a great summer game.
Yeah.
Wait, Adrian, you're complaining like, oh, PS3, I have to whip that up, and now you have to whip out a $50 copy of Parasite Eve and a fucking PS1.
I have
Yeah,
it on
for-
Vita.
Nah, you gotta play on PS1.
Well, he's not getting it on PS1, so I don't know what to tell him.
You gotta play that on Vita. Ugh, I'm not playing that game. I don't want to play that game. I'm gonna suck ass at that game.
Yeah, but no, my last game.
You fucking idiot! You leaked it.
Look, I'm a bottle of wine and half a bottle of cognac in. Shut
All
up.
right. So now we got 2 gap months, and then we got fucking Parasite.
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 4. Oh, fuck. Oops.
No, it's a PlayStation 3 exclusive game. That's all I'm saying to it.
All right, so now we could guess what the other game's gonna be. That's good. Oh, is it Lair? Is it Demon Souls?
No.
Is it Dragonology?
Oh, I bet it's Dragon Guard 3.
No.
Okay, I thought maybe because
You will never fucking guess this game. I guarantee it.
folklore.
There's like 5 PS3 exclusives. Don't
I
worry.
thought about folklore, but I was
get-
like, I want to keep like a horror feel to it, kind of.
Here, I'm gonna figure out right now. Hold on, before we end this.
Puppeteer.
Play Enslaved. Puppeteer.
Ian in the chat says.
Yeah, Puppeteer.
No.
3D Dot Game Heroes.
Nope.
Atelier, whatever the fuck.
He says it's a horror game or horror.
Oh, it's a horror game. Well, yeah, Atelier Reservoir, whatever. Dragon's Crown. That's horror for somebody. Someone's scared of that. Every one of these games can be horror. Like, you don't know. I might be scared of big boobs. I don't know.
Are you?
Ooh, yeah, they're terrifying. Ooh, too big.
Phobia.
Too many milk. Ooh. Is it resistant? Oh, is it Siren?
No.
Is it
It's
is
PS3,
it,
right?
Yeah, that would be that one. Yeah. Oh, is it I don't know. I didn't actually come up with anything. Is it Heavy Rain? That's a horror game for you.
Ian says Catherine. It's exclusive, so we were looking for
Oh,
something that's
fuck
only on
Catherine.
PS3.
Yeah.
Not Catherine.
It's a horror game. I can easily find out what it is. You like you think, oh well, it's gonna be a surprise.
Pain.
I'm gonna make sure it ain't Pain. You said horror game, right?
Yeah, it's horror aligned. Yeah,
Or what?
it's
Horror
horror
aligned.
aligned.
Coraline? I love that movie.
Horror aligned.
Coraline. She's a peach. I don't remember the song. I haven't watched Coraline again. Oh, Little Big Planet. Because you can make a horror game in there, right?
True, you could make a horror game.
That's true.
but
Kung
it's
Fu
not
Rider.
that. No,
What? The
Demon
fuck's
Souls
wrong?
original.
no,
Said that. Is it one of the Resident Evil games? Is there any
No.
that are exclusive? I don't know.
it's not Resident Evil.
Is it SOCOM 4? That was horrible.
I feel like David's probably not gonna realize it's on another platform.
No, it's 100% a PlayStation 3 exclusive.
Is
Because I was
it a
pissed
bad
that
is it
I had to
badly
go through
received?
weird methods to get a physical copy of it.
Is it a
So
Wait.
badly received game?
I think it was well received at the
Never mind,
time.
it's not
But
this one.
That means it's terrible.
I was worried.
Wait,
for you.
he said you have to go through weird means to get it.
to get a physical copy, you can get it just no problem digitally. To get a physical copy, you can't just get a copy of the game physically.
So it's not released in.
Yeah, so it's like a European game or something.
Nope.
Fuck you. You know, I had enough of you. I think I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm just gonna pound your face with my hands.
All right, Gore couldn't guess it, so we're gonna move on.
What? No, I can.
Magus.
Africa.
Nope.
I fucking wish, Magus. You know what? Honestly, if we ever do another mid-month thing, that will be my game. Because we do not need to finish that game. I just want everybody to experience it for like a minute. Oh, that's on PS Now and you can download it. I think. I'm pretty sure. I thought I saw that. You
Oh,
said there's
I
a
have
PS3
judgment because
thing?
you had to use the fucking
Nope.
cards. This is terrible, right?
Ooh, scary cards. I'm pretty sure Magus was downloaded, and that's also PS3. Are you sure?
I don't know, but that's not the game I'm
I
suggesting.
know. I don't care.
Now
Shut
it
up.
is. Anyway, we're
That-
moving on.
Oh no, it's shit. Actually, streaming Magus might actually add to it because it was already laggy anyway. So it might actually
It's
like make
perfect
it
now.
better. No, it makes it worse, which means it's better. We have to have Kyle on that episode. We did. Me and Kyle fucking love that game. We only know about that game because we saw it on GameStop randomly and had the worst box art ever, and we're like, oh my god, what is this?
All right. So
all
rolling
right,
back
is it
from
the-
David leaking his own game.
Datura. Is it Datura?
No.
Fuck. What are you? What Yakuza?
never guess
Is
this
it
game.
is it that Yakuza weird zombie game?
No, that's what I
No.
thought it was for a second.
Yeah, because that's not hard to
The
guess.
worst part is I've mentioned this game on the podcast, and you guys will still never guess it.
Fuck you. What do you know about me, motherfucker? I'm pissed. I'm upset.
Remember that
Anyway.
story about Samuel and Christian where they were talking and Christian was drunk. He's like, "Come on, Samuel, come over to Europe and let's just get fucking pissed." And Samuel didn't know that meant drunk, so he was like,
Drunk.
"What do you mean? You want me to come over and get mad?"
Get mad with you?
No, let's get angry.
I wish Christian
come
actually.
over and go. "Urgh!"
All right, see ya. Gets back on his fucking jolly old fucking plane.
Yeah.
Gets out of there.
All right. Enslaved. Any other final thoughts about Enslaved, or what we want to talk about?
Play it. All right, get it, play it, love it.
Thank Gore the Movie God.
Thank me.
Think of where the movie got, but no, I was saving this for my final thoughts. The story took definitely a turn I was not expecting. So it's one of those things that Gore already kind of spoiled it a little bit earlier in the podcast. But
Sorry.
it goes into this weird thing where up to this point it was a very grounded story. You know that there's some kind of robot slavers,
Oh, no.
you know that there's some kind of weird shit going on,
Uh-oh.
and post-apocalyptic of some kind, and then by the end you kind of have this weird, all these visions kind of go into it, and you get this dude who's kind of hooked up to this thing, and you realize that there's this AI that's just kind of holding on to your mind. He's like, no, just trust me. Go ahead and experience what I have to offer before you worry about revenge and all that other stupid bullshit. You know, I'm saving you from this wasteland. And Monkey's like, all right, fuck it. Let me try
Fell
this.
off.
And Monkey's like, maybe it's not so bad. And then Trip fucking tears apart the dude. And it's like, you know, did I make the right choice? And this is why I say I wouldn't want a sequel, is I love really ambiguous endings like that. I am a huge fan of whenever we get like you're never really sure at the end of the day if the heroes made the right call or
Oh,
not.
Last of Us.
No, there was no question on whether
sequel,
the right call.
baby.
They made the right fucking call.
Yeah.
Everyone in that hospital needed to
No,
die.
I'm saying the very last thing where
It was
Joel
about
lies.
love.
Yeah, fair enough.
God.
That's
Yeah,
reasonable.
I agree. I also like the fact that Monkey didn't really like in any like weaker written story, like once Trip started ripping it, Monkey would have yelled like, "What are you doing?" or something like that, but he didn't say that. He just like, "No, I get it."
Yeah.
Fuck that thing.
And that's what I love about this story is at the end of the day, this is a very interesting journey.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic props, by the way, Gore.
Smoke it.
Yeah, smoke that rod. Hell yeah.
I'm a monkey.
But no, it's one of those things.
This is
that
the
at the end of the day,
end.
this was a fantastic journey. It was a great, just kind of like two-person
This is the
narrative.
end.
And the story did not go anywhere I was expecting. It got like weirdly philosophical towards the end, and there was a lot of
this
elements.
podcast.
Hell yeah. And I was not expecting anything from this game. Like I went into this as like, all right, I know a little bit about this game.
Gore
I'm gonna
picked
have
this
fun.
probably stupid.
Oh, I've liked honestly at the
None
end
of the
of
games you picked.
No, I think honestly I've liked more of the games you've picked than Adrian has picked.
That's probably true. I know real games. No, you hated Shadow Colossus. You hated Brothers. You hated
Shout out the Colossus. I just thought
Yeah,
it was like, yeah, I
piece of
get why
shit.
people like it, but
You liked
you didn't like-
Inside. You liked.
yeah,
You liked
you
Nier.
know you hated God of War.
I love God of War.
I was gonna pick Nier.
You liked
to be fair.
Undertale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
You hated Dead Space.
I love Dead Space.
What was the other one?
No, you know what? Can I address something that always happens? Every
Yeah.
time we do one of these, that David comes in and is like, "All right, great game, but the version I played fucking sucks." Like Dead Space that happened with, fucking this happened with. I swear it happened with something else. It was Shadow Colossus. So something else he said like like my version was all fucked
I
up
need
and
to
like
go look at the other episodes
like-
really quick.
yeah. Look at the other. There's like 3 times this happened. Where I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Well,
never.
stop picking games that I only have the PC versions of. So
But they
I
get
don't
the
know what to
fucking
tell you.
cut. Enslaved is like a fucking $8 game.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
come
making
on.
us buy
you're
a
making us
you're
buy
making it by $40
game.
game. Yeah.
Get this some shit. And you already knew that was gonna be your game, so you knew that you would have to force us to pay $40 for a game that at least Adrian doesn't want to play. I'll give it a chance. I like you.
Yeah,
No, I'm not a little bitch like David, so I'll give the game a chance. But
I've given every fucking game on this list a chance. I don't want to hear that shit.
you literally like are shitting on the game without even playing with us on No Man's Sky still.
I've already put like 10 hours in No Man's Sky. I don't want to hear shit.
It's solo, like that's not the point.
Yeah, that's weak.
And literally, that's not the reason why I picked No Man's Sky. If it was a solo game, I wouldn't have picked it.
Well,
Yes.
then you can actually play the goddamn game with me. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, we still got it 2 months. The fuck?
Yeah, that's why I
Two-
gave everyone
4
like
months.
4 months in advance.
Yeah, maybe enough time has passed that maybe you'll like it now because they got the next gen update. You can play on PS5. You don't have it on PS5, do you?
No, I've been playing it on Game Pass.
Oh yeah. Well, that sucks. Oopsie poopsie. Oopsie. Can I just mention the reason why this is
That
this-
game.
I want to mention the reason why this the staff isn't in his hand because he's supposed to actually be holding this is because the thumb broke on the statue, so now he doesn't really hold it. I've glued it back together, but it's not strong enough. So every time, yeah, it sucks. Also, the thing is fucking annoying because it doesn't have like there's no place where you put it in the hand and like clicks in and it just stays. You just kind of put it in his hand, going like diagonally, and you just hope it doesn't slide and fucking go all the way down. So that's why. But it looks cool with this. It's just doesn't really. Things don't work out as planned. Just like every time you play a game and you get the worst version. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you disliked more of Gore's, but Gore also had more picks. So
Yeah,
you
well-
you hated Detroit. You hated
that's
Shadow. Well, you didn't hate, but you didn't really care for Shadow Colossus that much.
I appreciate Shadow. I get why people like it. It just wasn't for me.
And then what else was the other one they were saying in Brothers you didn't like?
he didn't
and
like.
then
He didn't
of-
really. He didn't care for. Well, no, he liked what remains of the Finch. That's all right.
Of my
Yeah,
I
no,
was
He,
talking-
he bitched and
I
moaned
realized
about it
that.
before he played it, but
Yeah,
and-
I hated it going
Oh,
into
and
it.
he played the
That's
fucked
all.
up version of PT too, because he wasn't cool and didn't get
there
to-
you go. Yeah, there you go. That's not what I was thinking of, but that's close enough. That wasn't my pick. That was just.
You didn't like. Let's see. You didn't like Frog Fractions, but that's because you were too dumb to get through it.
He played the fucked up version, meaning he just fucked up.
And then you didn't like Watch Dogs 2.
No.
This looks like a wand.
And I think that's it.
If I take this part off. No,
Yeah, so I guess I did dislike Gorsby games more so than yours.
Expelio.
I think David so far is the biggest miss on a lot of these though.
Really?
I think so.
I liked his
I think so because he had the bottom. Didn't he have like the bottom two last time with
Yeah.
Barkley and Street Fighter Cross Mega Man?
Yeah.
Those ranked really low with you guys.
Yeah.
More so Adrian, but
Yeah. Enslaved Odyssey of the West. Go check it out.
hell yeah, great fucking game.
I wish they
Alright.
made more merch for Enslaved. They had a trip figure, but I can't find it anywhere. I saw this on eBay last year, and I was like, oh my god! I had to buy it instantly. It was like $70, so I was like, fuck it, I don't care. It's like
I'll let
I
you know
never
once you
see
get
it. There's only 250 of these monkey statues. So there's a possibility I have the only one left because maybe the other
And,
249
and there's only
they just
240,
threw in a garbage.
and that's the only one without a thumb. Unique.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
sure it's unique. Yeah. I mean, it has a thumb. It's broken. It's
Okay.
I kept thumb's still there.
So that is Enslaved Odyssey to the West. So
There you go.
let's go
Yeah,
back
we-
into talk about what we got coming up here. December 24th is Grim Fandango. January 29th is No Man's Sky. February 25th is Beyond Good and Evil. March 25th is Earth Defense Force 5. And then skip 2 months and then Parasite Eve on June 24th.
Damn.
So David's
Pretty bad.
down to one last pick. He's got for the last.
Any last guesses on
I guess
what
two.
the last pick is?
He probably has two. We don't know. He might get another one because
I'll probably get a fan vote because I'm really good at getting the fan
no,
vote.
because he has March, June, and then I'm assuming he does September, right? Or do we switch it in
No,
September?
he's got September. He's gonna wrap.
All
it up
right,
in
and then
September.
we switch it for October, but that means he has to have like November at least.
No, I
right?
think for
'Cause
this season.
I never got
this
December.
season.
Oh, this season. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
This season
But he
will
still
end
has
on.
he has two more choices next
This
year.
season will end on October next year, with the fan
Yeah.
pick of that month, which should be a lot of fun.
Sure.
Speaking of which, when is our fan pick?
I
Next
don't
fan
know.
pick?
We haven't really got one set up just because I think me and Gore specifically want to get through a bunch of these games that we got first, and then we'll I imagine
we could do
probably
really
like
short. I have a good idea for a really short one. So like
I'm
really short.
thinking January, February will probably be the next fan voted one.
Yeah, I think January because there's not too much in January besides Hitman. That's like the only thing.
And
Prince of
And No Man's
Persia, I
Sky
guess.
isn't necessarily a one that we need to barge through or is going to be like
Yeah,
procrastinating
exactly.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll probably do a fan vote there, and then we'll see.
I got a really short one in mind.
And then
so,
my next
like,
one's in April. I don't think I have a. Did I have a solid pick on that? I thought I.
Yeah, an ADF honestly main story is like 20 hours, and then the main story plus extra just getting extra guns. So that one will go pretty quick. Especially if you guys are playing with me, I'll be able to carry you through that pretty quickly.
Oh, you're gonna carry us? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Look at this guy. He makes
I'll
us
put
pay
my link
$40
back
and then
from
he
Spencer.
insults us. And some shit.
Did I? What the fuck? Didn't I? I had I think I had my list.
What?
All right, while you're pulling that up, Gore, any other final guesses on my final one?
Stop looking, but so it's
There it
horror
is.
themed.
It's horror-ish in content, and it did get in the mid 70s on Metacritic.
And it wasn't
Wow.
released in America physically or something.
No, in America, in anywhere but the Asia region, it didn't get a physical release.
I'm sure it's something I've heard of. Hmm.
And technically, it wasn't released on its own in the Asia region.
It's not Siren
Nope.
because that was just
Disaster
straight up
Report.
before.
Nope.
No. It's a PS3 game, right?
Yep. And I also said I technically have mentioned it on the podcast before.
Technically, okay.
Technically.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Oh, Dead Space, the light gun shooter? Oh.
Thank you for watching.
Wait, hold on. Is it wait, hold on. He said wait. A horror, it's horror, right?
It could technically count as a survival horror game.
Technically?
Yeah.
Fuck does that mean?
I don't know what that means, nor does I technically mention it in the podcast. I don't even know what technically means.
Fear.
No, I have mentioned it on the
damn it.
podcast, but
What the fuck? Lone Survivor. That one?
nope.
Resident Evil. 1,
Nope.
2, 3, 8,
Tokyo
9. Any?
Jungle.
No,
Vampire Rain.
No vampire.
All right, we're
Rain.
done. We're gonna end it.
All right, fine. Fuck you.
All right.
God damn it.
So far, Gore has not gotten it right.
Fuck you. You picked some bullshit. How are we gonna play? I'm gonna have to buy this?
You gotta
Fuck,
watch
what's
your
with you
budget
making
on
me buy
these.
shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm poor. I don't have money.
Next year, next season, we have to impose a fucking budget limit on people buying
No
games.
budget.
All right.
Alone in the Dark.
No.
Or we'll make it that hey, if you want a game that you gotta pay for, you gotta buy it for everyone.
Babysitter Club.
All right. Thank you for watching.
You're gonna play a Babysitter Club game that we talked about earlier. All right. See you later.